A month has passed since a new indie horror game was released on Steam named Zoonomaly. The game immediately gained momentum among players and streamers who began to learn its rules and puzzles. Today's episode will be about 5 facts that you missed or don't fully know about this game. UFOLord will tell you about it. Let's get it! First one, blue flower machine main zoo disease. As some players might have already guessed, about big anomalous machine which is right behind the big gate at the beginning of the map, but not everyone knows what it emits. According to the legend of the game, people and animals in the zoo have mutated into monsters because one zoo employee invented a big machine with petal-shaped green top which sprays abnormal pollen throughout the zoo. The zoo has been closed for a long time since the pandemic began. Researchers believe that this disease came from another dimension, which they call Blue Murder. Could this be an alien operation? Most likely. Perhaps the next part will tell us in more detail about the main goal of pandemic takeover of the zoo. Let's move on to the next fact. Game developer, popular TikToker, namely Lights Are Off. On this page, one can understand that this person lived in the horror industry for a long time. Beautiful graphics on his works, amazing. On this page we can follow next releases, would it be the next part of the Zoonomaly or some another new games by him, but we can definitely assume that the monsters will be perfectly drawn in his style, and the stories can become more and more in-depth and interesting. The next fact. The smallest and biggest mobs in game. Most likely all players already know or can at least guess that the smallest mob is Peaceful Frog. But about the biggest mob, make us think. It may be some opinion Monster Fish, and others will say that is Monster Bear, also known as Slenderman, and these two opinions both will win. Explaining why. The tallest mob is Slenderman. It will give way in its width to Monster Fish, but in turn Monster Fish, the most massive mob in the game except for its height. The next fact. How many endings are in Zoonomaly? There are a lot of videos on YouTube about the fact that there are different endings, like this one. UFO ending. When you walk into the forest and come across the border of the map and you see a blue beam, when you approach it, a UFO attracts you to it. Or another one's, it's Nightmare ending. In this ending, it is shown where the player is in the forest and through the sun he sees anomalous trees that he shoots at, after which the sky turns red. The player runs somewhere and in the end he is killed by a monster, but you are not reborn and supposedly lie dead in the forest. And also there are other endings, it's Secret ending and Day Shift ending. A player who just began to be interested in the game will think that all these endings are original and will begin to check himself. But if you watch this video, know that these are just game modifications or fakes. Let me tell you now, a non-fake feature will be especially useful information for new players. Is this teleport. This teleport looks like a green light through which you can teleport in as far as you can. This is a useful thing that will help you solve some puzzles. Now there will be a guide on how to find this teleportation lamp. At the very beginning of the zoo you need to use your sight to find glowing anomalous mushrooms. Sounds very strange, but you should be used to all strangers by now. The essence of the mushrooms is that a path is built from them that will lead you to one of the tests, which you will need to climb up. It's quite easy. If you pass the test along the right path, then at the top you can pick out that same green teleportation light bulb. After that, the game tells us which buttons we need to press to throw the bulb and activate teleportation. And here is one more bonus fact. Here is about Stick Spider. Looks like a friendly monster. Not exactly. He kind of slow, but if you pick key, he will go faster than other monsters. Until you find a key, he will behave calmly. It will even seem that he is peaceful. There are still many questions for the game developer. For example, the main question is, should we expect a second part of the Zoonomaly, or what did all living things looks like before infection? After all, we can say that the game has the potential for new updates, new parts and even new major projects from the developer. Let's hope that you and I will still have time to surprise. If you want to also receive my information about new interesting games, hurry up and subscribe! See you, UFOLord is watching you.